What's up, my brothers and my sisters from another mister? So today we're going to do a comic book review of King Spawn, issue number 19, brought to you by Rated Comics. Let's get to it. So before we get into this issue, we're just going to talk about previously what happened in King Spawn. Spawn goes head to head with the creature known as the Behemoth, created by the remnants of the Psalms 137 cults. So we go into this panel with New York City. The city's abuzz with the festival. And like this punk right here, he's on a mission and nothing in the world will stop him. Nothing except a kid desperate for a chance to see Santa. And as he's looking at the Santa from the Salvation Army doing the most good, this kid tells him, doing the most good for who? I bet you keep all the cash. And this kid bumps into him and hits his eye chest, and this punk gets pissed because inside the eye chest a brain comes out of it, and all the girl can do is yell out for mommy. You stupid cow, get out of here. And the pedestrians look at him like, perhaps, good sir, you may want to rethink your attitude towards a young lady. Eat shit, old man. He probably would have said that for dramatic purposes. And the girl's like, is that like someone's brain? You keep your mouth shut and you didn't see anything. And he goes back to the man and tells him to mind his own business and knocks him in the chin with the ice chest. And the brain, off ice, its recipient is going to be mad enough to kill. And that's where these two detectives come in. They get a call about a brain on the street with no body attached, and Sam's like, this is gonna be some shit right here. So they go to the crime scene. Sam and Twitch look at the brain, and the crime scene isn't particularly bloody since a brain only has so much blood when fully intact. So Twitch is like, these interviews are gonna be fun. They interviewed the Santa, and the Santa's like, man, I only do this gig for cash and that's all. I don't even like kids. I don't even want to be here. And this other brother is like, yeah, he dressed and talk like some punk rocker or something. He had a bit of an accent too. And they asked the little girl, like, do you remember anything else, says Twitch? And the little girl's like, well, the brain looked kind of real. So this homeless person talks to Sam and Twitch and tells him the card. Someone leaves these cards. Some lab doing research. They get your brain when you're dead. Here's a business card. Go talk to them. And on that card is the Exodus Foundation, and it's in Midtown, New York. So later, Sam and Twitch interrogate Mr. Merrivale, and Mr. Merrivale tells him, well, you two must be quite dedicated to your jobs doing all this on Christmas Eve, you know? Twitch's response to working on Christmas Eve is, you know what, sadly, crime never takes a day off. And Sam notices that they have a bit of an infestation problem in the office. But the guy, Mr. Merrivale's like, well, don't let a few bugs scare you. And as mentioned before when you called, I assure you what we do here is legal. We offer very fair compensation to the downtrodden who might wish to donate their brains in the occurrence of their death. And Sam has a legitimate question. He asks him, do you ever think your arrangement might influence some people to commit murder? And Mr. Merrivale tells him, we're a business detective. Though, Sandra, do you see what I'm looking at here? And he's looking at Sam's big ass head. And Sandra says, oh, on it, sir. Detective Burke, you have quite the prominent brow. If you'd like to get details on how to donate for research, we'll pay you quite well. And this pisses Sam off, and Twitch is like, yo, man, relax. You're going to get us in trouble. You trying to bribe me, man? And Sam just gets more pissed. Like, look, whatever you guys are doing here, I promise you I'll be back with a ton of warrants and a foot ready to shove so far up your ass, you might want to put that on your day planner. Duly noted. And good afternoon, gentlemen, says Mr. Merrivale. Oh my god, look at that head. It's a Neanderthal, which is code for, yo, Sam, you got a big ass head, and this brother is in and he wants to investigate on what goes on in that head of yours. Kind of a little bit of a dark humor here. So meanwhile, while outside, Sam and Twitch are arguing, and Twitch is telling Sam to calm down, and Sam's like, man, give me a break. We can't be all Boy Scouts like you. And that brother was mocking me. People are getting their heads freaking slashed off on Christmas Eve, and you want me just to go along with that brother's bullshit? Hell no. While in this commotion, Twitch's phone rings. He answers the phone. The person addresses him by his name. Detective Twitch, Avenue A, the abandoned building. Be there in 15 minutes. And Twitch is like, why is that? He's waiting. Who's waiting? And Twitch is like, well, we need to go. So they arrive to the building 13 minutes later, and Sam tells him, I got you covered. How do you want to play it? And Twitch is like, just follow my lead. So they go up the stairs and they go up to the door, and Detective Twitch tells him, yo, NYPD, open up. And then Sam tells him, you see that? It's the same bug we saw at the Exodus office. So they give it one more warning before they kick down that freaking door and do their freaking thing. And once they enter, they see the punk laying disemboweled with the business card. And Twitch notices that this punk matches the description. And Sam notices that this isn't a corporation's hit job. They dumped the body to make it clean. Somebody wanted to make a mess, trying to send some kind of message. And what do you think that message is? Well, whoever it was, looks like they wanted the info on that card to be seen, the Exodus Foundation. That is some serious mind games going on. So 24 hours earlier, that same punk was on the lookout for a hiding spot. And he can't drop the brain at the middle of the street and just go about your business. Plus, he needed to call his employer. He wasn't looking forward to that phone call. And before he makes that phone call to his employer, we see Spawn right behind, following his man. And he turns around thinking it was just his nerves. That's all he tells himself. So he makes the phone call, the person answers, and the punk tells the other person, give me the big man or the twins, because things got a bit messed up tonight. They don't take calls, and they don't respond to unprofessional sloppiness. And so the punk tells him, yeah, well, how professional is it gonna look when everyone in the city knows what they're doing? So, like it or not, you might want to help me out before it comes out. And the guy's like, well, we are not in the help business. You made this bed so you can sleep in it, but I will convey your threat to them. And the punk gets mad, like, you son of a bitch, that's not what I meant. And tell them I've got their cooler with their brain in it. I thought they needed that. Now, whose brain is in that cooler? Well, earlier, the item sitting in the cooler was extracted from a college professor. It was a well-timed lunch break attack and a hacksaw. That's all it took. And that's the punk hacksawing the head off the professor's. It ain't no big thing, just another day back in the office. But back in the here and now though, something strange is happening. In a distant room, he sees what he's looking for. He sees the cooler. He also sees something else, and that something else is Spawn. And Spawn asks him in the shadows, who's doing this? And the punk takes out his gun. Whatever you are, you stay right there. That brain right there, it's mine. I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna walk out of here. You got that? He opens up the ice chest. Well, he sees a lot of ice, but no brain. And then Spawn gets pissed and he merges out of the shadows. I said, who's doing this? Like vengeance, he comes, chains flying and snapping at its master's command, while the punk's skin is cut by the razor-sharp edges of his crimson cloak. No answer, says Spawn. Well, he just rips his arms out of his socket. Then I'll deliver my message instead. Tell them Spawn is back. Say it. Spawn is back. The pain has already made the punk delirious, and Spawn's like, yes. It's the last thing the punk sees. So hours later, Sam tells Twitch, I still don't like the stink of all this. Something ain't adding up. And Twitch tells him, well, Exodus isn't breaking any laws, so we can't stop anyone who wants to sell their organs or body parts. Hell, I might even plan to do it myself. And Sam's like, you're gonna sell your brain? No, but I don't mind my organs helping someone in need once I'm gone. And Sam, this is too heavy of a conversation for Sam. And Twitch just tells him, well, I'm just saying I like to help out where I can. And Sam sees it as, look, you're gonna cut your body up and let them cut your body up however they want it and just donate it? This is some jackass shit that I'm not ready to hear. Then Sam says, I just hate waiting. I wish we had an ace in the hole or something. And it turns out they do, but they gotta be careful what they ask for, because their ace in the hole might be Spawn. And Spawn greets him, evening boys. And that is the end of this issue of King Spawn, issue number 19. What you guys think of the comic book? Comment below, let me know. I thought Spawn was definitely going to have a lot more vengeance as this, but then again, maybe in issue number 20 we see exactly who is behind all that brain and ice right there. But link in description if you wish to add this comic book and or any of the other comic books and or Rated Comics exclusives to your comic book collection. Support the art, support the industry. Last but not least, if you'd like the content we're throwing up, you know what to do. Don't be shy, don't be stingy. Here at Rated Comics, we do awesome comic book reviews, comic book related content with the occasional comic book giveaway. Thank you again for watching. Until next time.